Hello and welcome to News Now. I am Omobolanli Adeshui. A federal high court in Taraba State on Tuesday nullified the state governorship primary election that produced Senator Emmanuel Boacha as the candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC in the 2023 election. The case was filed by one of the governorship aspirants, David Sabo Kente. Justice Simon Amabeda, in his ruling, stated that it is not possible for all the primary results to have the same handwriting, while the returning officer declared that no primary was held in the state at the police headquarters due to security threats. Amabeda ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to conduct a fresh governorship primary in the state within 14 days. He also ordered INEC to stop recognizing Senator Boacha as the candidate of the party. The court ruled that Boacha should in turn stop parading himself as the governorship candidate of the APC. The counsel to Boacha, Barrister Ibrahim Ifyong, reacting to the judgment, said he will study the judgment and consult with his clients to decide if they will proceed with an appeal. Kente, however, described the court ruling as a landmark as it proves that the era of impunity is over. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, says its operatives have busted a major warehouse in a secluded estate in the Ikorodu area of Lagos State, where over 194 billion naira worth of crack was seized. Its director, Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, made this known in a statement on Monday in Abuja. Babafemi said the illicit drugs, which were 1.8 tons, were worth more than $278.2 million. He said it was the equivalent of about 194.7 billion naira in the street value. The NDLEA spokesperson said the seizures appeared to be the biggest singular cocaine seizure in the history of Nigeria's premier anti-narcotic agency. According to him, at least 4 drug barons, including a Jamaican and the warehouse manager, have been arrested. He noted the seizure was done in a well-coordinated and intelligence-led operation that lasted 2 days across different locations in Lagos State. And the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has warned of massive flooding from rivers, Niger and Benue to 14 states of the country. NEMA issuing the alert in collaboration with the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, listed Adamawa, Taraba, Benue, Niger, Nasarawa, Kebbi, Kogi, Niger Delta, Edo, Delta, Anambra, Cross River, Rivers, and Bayelsa states. Addressing newsmen during an emergency technical meeting on flooding situation in Nigeria, the Director General, NEMA, Mustafa Habib Ahmed, called on government of the frontline states to move communities at risk. The agency further explained that based on the communication with the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, the Lagos Dam operators in the Republic of Cameroon have commenced the release of excess water from the reservoir by 30th September 2022. The released water complicates the situation further downstream as Nigeria's inland reservoirs, including Kainji, Jeba, and Shiroro, are also expected to overflow between now and October ending, according to NISA. NISA, Kainji and Jeba dams have already started spilling excess water from their reservoirs, and this will have serious consequences on frontline states and communities along the courses of rivers, Niger and Benue. The DG therefore urged all stakeholders to, with immediate effect, take early actions and steps in risk and disaster management of predicted states and communities. The management of Emo State University on Monday pulled out from the almost 7-month strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, and announced that it has opened the university for academic activities. The management made this known to newsmen in Owerri through its public relations officer, Ralph Njoku. According to him, it was the decision taken by the management that should they continue to delay, the school would lose so many students who are desirous of education, especially applicants who were yet to be matriculated. However, he said the school has no issue with ASU, and the decision was to prevent any action to shortchange the next generation. Former chairman of the Pension Reform Task Team, Abdulrasheed Maina, has embarked on an indefinite hunger strike at the Kuje Correctional Center, Abuja. A group, West African Coalition for Social and Civil Rights, has alleged. According to the coalition, Maina's action was to protest the refusal of the leadership of the Correctional Center to comply with doctors' directives to allow him full medical surgical services. The group's Secretary General, Comrade Patrick Akinfemi, in a statement said Maina had been diagnosed with life-threatening ailment that require a series of surgeries and routine visits to the hospital. Akinfemi said several letters had been written to the Comptroller General by Dr. Folorunsho, Dr. Dahilo, Dr. Oji, and all senior consultants at the University of Abuja Teaching Hospital, emphasizing the urgency of the situation, but claimed the doctor's directives and advice were disregarded. The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice in Lagos State, Moyoshere Onigbanjo, says the Lagos State Transport Sector Reform Law 2018 is undergoing a review by the Lagos State House of Assembly for amendment. Onigbanjo said, quote, the Lagos State Transport Sector Reform Law is currently being reviewed by the State House of Assembly, and amendments will be in place as soon as possible. This issue of driving against traffic has become such a nuisance, such a danger, and such a menace to the society that something drastic has to be done, and the legislators at that time imposed these penalties. Emotions ran high last Thursday as abandoned and forfeited vehicles were auctioned by the Lagos State government at the Task Force Yard, Ikeja. Some of those who attended the public sale included drivers whose vehicles were seized for disobeying traffic laws. The event was filled with different dramas from bidders and businessmen who came solely for business purposes. The Lagos State Transport Sector Reform Law 2018 noted that anyone who drives in a direction prohibited by the law or neglects traffic direction will have to forfeit the vehicle as a fine and, in addition, serve 1 year imprisonment for a first-time offender and 3 years imprisonment for second-time offenders. All right, we'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll bring you news from the Africa and foreign scene. Please stay with us.